Hey guys, before we get started today, remember I got the Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers 35th anniversary giveaway. That's going to be going until we get to 900 subs or at the end of February, so go ahead and make sure you get in that giveaway contest. I'll put a link in the description, and let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be talking about the Analogue Nt Mini Noir, which is kind of like the second edition or the last edition of the Analogue Nt Mini, which is a FPGA-based console that plays your NES games or Famicom games. And we're just going to do a brief overview of it. If you want a deep dive of it, plenty of people who do far in-depth technical hardware reviews, and I typically don't do that type of stuff. But I just want to give you guys my impressions of this console. Now, this was $500. It sold out pretty quickly. I think back in February is when it went on pre-order for. Like I said, this is the second run of it. It was limited edition, and it was very, very sought after. So let's go ahead and just kind of take a look at the hardware itself first. On the front here, you got your 4 NES ports, which you can use for your original NES controllers, or you can use just other third-party controllers work with it. Then up top, you got your 2 cartridge slots. You got your one for your NES and then for your Famicom. And here we go. We'll go ahead and pop in a Famicom game just to show you. And that goes in. And then here's an NES cartridge. And the big problem, probably like the biggest problem that I have, but I don't think it's a huge problem like a lot of people are making, is just how wobbly the cart slot is, as you can see. I really have not had an issue with it. I haven't had an issue with the games restarting or not starting or getting messed up in the middle of playing. I guess if you're driving in a car or something like that, then it could be an issue. But for me, I haven't had an issue with it personally. And kind of you can see right here is we're going to put next to the Super NT. And you see that I was thinking that the NT Noir was going to be darker, but it's not. It's actually made of aluminum. Where here is the Super NT, which is actually black. And Noir is actually more like a gunmetal type, like aluminum color. But it's also, like I said, it's made of aluminum, so it's much higher quality as compared to their newer consoles. You got your SD slot on the back, HDMI. You got your component, your RGB, headphone jack, all kinds of different. I think that's like a monitor jack, USB, and then your on and off button, and also your reset button. So quite a lot going on the back. And here underneath, it just has this really cool clear plate underneath so you can see the underside of the console, which is a really, really cool feature in my opinion. And here's the controller that comes with it. It's the 8-bit DOE N30. And this thing, it looks just like a NES controller with you got the extra buttons, a couple extra buttons, and your little adapter to make it wireless. But I actually was not sure about it at first, but it's grown on me over. I've used it for a month now. I got this thing before Thanksgiving, so I've had it for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and it's grown on me quite a bit to where it's definitely my preferable way to play as opposed to the wired, which is how I normally would always play my NES games. You also get this power adapter, and you get these just different connectors, so you can kind of like unplug for, I guess, if you're in different regions with different power outlet options, but I guess that's pretty cool. So they ship you with all the different ones, probably for any region that they sell to, is what I'm guessing. Then you get a little cord to charge your controller, and then obviously a HDMI as well. And this right here is just it running on its default settings. And kind of like the big thing about the Analogue is just all of the options that you can have, which I probably will not take advantage of most of them. I know some people just like having those options. I like having them. Whether I get around to using them or not, I don't know. Probably the biggest one, you got your, like I said, it outputs to 1080p, but you can change your output as well to different outputs. You can change your screen size to pretty much whatever you want to. And then the big one is scanlines. Scanlines is one that a lot of people like. Like I said, the default setting is not with scanlines, and here is scanlines added to it, and you can see it really changes the way that it looks. So if you want more of a definitely like retro CRT type feel, then going with the scan lines is pretty good feature to have. And then you can pretty much change it as much as you want. I like kind of like this hybrid one. It's looks a little bit better. I feel like that the standard scan lines that it adds makes it look a little bit too dark, but this hybrid is pretty nice. And then, like I said, you can pretty much change the scan lines to be whatever you want. There's a pretty wide range of how you can adjust them. And that's kind of like that's what this console is all about. And here we are just playing some Famicom games. But just in general, this is just a premium product, and you're paying for convenience, you're paying for options, and you're paying for quality. And now I'm just going to go through and show you some differences. Here it is Contra, me playing it just on composite output, and here is emulation using a Raspberry Pi 4 and RetroPie, and just whatever the default emulator is on that. I don't know if it's NES-topia or what it is. And here is Analogue. And big reason that I kind of want this is I started this channel just doing like gameplays and playthroughs and stuff like that, and then I kind of have morphed this into like more of like content related, and I've kind of put all my gameplay and stuff and playthroughs on a different channel. But I kind of just got to the point to where just composite output on my NES was not too satisfactory. And I know there's a lot of different cables and adapters and stuff you can get your NES to output and look wonderful. And I know that. This is more of probably just a lazy option. It's just you buy one console and it kind of outputs everything really good without having to do anything else, and it looks really nice. And like I said, I've bought multiple analog products now, and I feel like they're really high quality. But to me, I mean, at $500 is what it was, and it came with a controller. To me, it was actually worth it. So some people will say that it's not, and some people will say that it's overpriced. But I mean, I think something is worth what people are willing to pay. And these things sold out pretty quickly, and I know on the aftermarket they sell for pretty high. So I'm not saying that you need to go out and get one. For me, the NES was like my first love of gaming, and I have a large NES collection. So having a nice console that was just easy to plug and play, that were going to make my games look really nice, play really nice, was worth it to me. Will it be worth it for everyone? That's for you to decide. But for me, I'm definitely satisfied with my purchase. I mean, it was a little bit on the pricey side, I will admit, but I don't have regrets. So that's, I guess, the best advice that I can give you. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.